people who are becoming more familiar with Common Core are suggesting that it's rotten to the core. Tansha Weaver knows a thing or two about Common Core, and much of it has to do with data collection on our kids.
Yeah, it's scary how much data will be banked on our children, Gordon. One of the things that Common Core does is it gives the federal government and certain large corporations access to our child's personal, private, and even biometric information.
What kind of corporations?
Well,
as if government isn't bad enough.
They're called stakeholders.
The stakeholders. Oh, I understand
well,
now.
you know, probably the most well-known one is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They have an interest in designing the workforce of the future to suit their needs.
Why does that conjure up pictures of clones to me?
Well, it kind of should, because this is the centralization of education. Every child, every teacher will all be having the same experience in every classroom in the land.
My goodness, Common Core. I'm thinking of a world leader in history who was trying to create a look-alike, act-alike society. Wasn't his name Adolf?
Yeah, well, he's one of a few. This is not really a new approach. You know, I'm going to go back to a personal experience. When I was about 12 years old, my cousin, who was an electrical engineer.
And 12 years old, that hasn't been that long ago for you.
Not at all. He was trying to avoid service in the Communist Army under Tito. He was an electrical engineer. My family gave him asylum in our home, and he then went on to LA to live with my grandparents and find a job, which he did. But I remember looking at him and asking him, you know, how did you decide, Anta, to become an electrical engineer? And he stiffened up and he said, I didn't. I was told. It was decided for me.
And what country did he come from?
At the time it was communist Yugoslavia, and it is now part of Croatia. But that is the approach with Common Core. All of the assessments are designed to pigeonhole children and decide for them which career paths they belong on.
So you belong here,
exactly.
You belong there, and you come over here.
Yeah, highly
and
unfortunate.
And you, we don't have need for.
Well, and you wonder where it will lead. But this is the approach to education. We've got a PSA running where a young man says, you know, people used to ask me what I want to be when I grow up, but it really doesn't matter anymore what I want to be.
You know, Common Core has a thread running through it, and it is control.
Absolutely.
Control by the federal government.
Absolutely.
Information is indeed power, isn't it?
That's true. And, you know, education is a wonderful thing. Academic formation, however, is being replaced by career preparation, or to suit the needs of the employers of the future. No longer will children be captains of their own ship.
Whatever happened to reading, writing, and arithmetic?
Well, you know, and there are certain things that are, there are certain code words and slogans that are being used to sell this to people, but it's all very superficial. In order to find anything in depth, it takes a lot of research. I actually went into the NCES Education Statistics website and read some of the surveys. My goodness, some of them are 82 pages long, and they ask intrusive questions about the child and the child's entire family. If I were someone who was a predator of sorts or a criminal, I would try and get a job asking those questions, because you would have all that information at your disposal.
Well, guess what? There's enough information collected on you, Tansha, that you might as well accept the fact that you are a criminal already.
We are all criminals.
Yes.
if the truth be known, because if someone wants to fabricate a crime, any one of us can be found guilty.
Yes, and isn't it alarming that this data bank on our kids is being built from the time they probably enter preschool, for heaven's sake?
Well, it won't be long before there's a state agent with a catcher's mitt in the delivery room.
Now that's a happy thought to end on, isn't it?